I am Jasmine Cacho, bringing you today's breaking issues and the hottest news here on News Force.
Here are today's headlines. DA allocates 327 million pesos for onion production. DICT reports 30 million registered SIM cards. President Marcos Jr. supports bill imposing higher taxes on luxury products. DSWD provides 10,000 pesos to indigent patients in National Kidney Transplant Institute. PSA records 2.22 million unemployment rate. EJ Obiena confirms skipping Asian Indoor Championships due to financial reasons. Fair and balanced news. Comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.
The Department of Agriculture has allocated 326.97 million pesos for onion interventions this year through its High Value Crops Development Program. Max Zegaspi has a full story.
The Department of Agriculture, held by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., has earmarked 326.97 million pesos for onion intervention strategies this year through its High Value Crops Development Program. According to Presidential Communications Secretary Cheloy Garafil, almost 70 million pesos has been set aside for onion production support services, the provision of seeds, seedlings, and other farm inputs, 3.2 million pesos for irrigation network facilities, and 1.9 million pesos for extension support, education, and training. She added that the program also included 6.47 million pesos for farm production related machinery and equipment distribution, 2.36 million pesos for production facilities, and 2.5 million pesos for post-harvest and processing equipment and machinery distribution. For Golden Nation Network, this is Max Legaspi.
Additionally, the suggested retail price or SRP of 125 pesos per kilo for imported red onions took effect on Wednesday as Agriculture Senior Undersecretary Domingo Panganiban issued Administrative Circular 5 in Metro Manila markets. At least 300,500 metric tons of imported onions are the country afforded by the government to reduce onion prices. But Agriculture or the outsourced bulk between 100 pesos and 260 pesos per kilo. The DA already coordinated with local price coordinating council to ensure the enforcement of the 125 pesos SRP. The Department of Information and Communications Technology or DICT reported that registered SIM cards are now at 30.01 million. Upon the SIM registration rollout in rural areas with limited access to the internet, the ICT spokesperson and Undersecretary Ana May Yula Mentillo said that its goal is to make sure that they are assisting users in registering their SIM cards. It was recalled that SIM registration is set to end on April 26, 2023. In other news, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology or PHIVOLCS and the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute or PNRI will establish a joint agenda on enhancing research on volcanoes. While PNRI has equipment that can be stationed on active faults, to monitor the radon gas, PHIVOLCS will navigate the said active faults through technical resources and facilities with its pool of experts. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, both institutions plan to enhance the respective research capacity in volcanology and seismology. Moving on, Department of Migrant Workers or DMW Secretary Susan Ople plans to suspend the deployment of first-time household service workers or HSWs in Kuwait until significant reforms are implemented. The prospective workers will have to wait until the department has instituted an improved and responsive mechanism system in countries where they desire to work abroad. This comes after the killing of overseas Filipino worker Julie B. Ranara in Kuwait. The said suspension of deployment is expected to provide protection and welfare for OFWs. In a recent development on the case of Japanese fugitives linked to Luffy series of robbery, Department of Justice or DOJ Assistant Secretary and spokesperson Jose Dominic Lavano IV announced the deportation of 2 more fugitives and have boarded a Japan Airlines flight that left the country on February 8. Based on the reports of the DOJ, the 2 Japanese fugitives were involved in a series of robbery operations in Japan as the Philippine government deported the 2 Japanese nationals Tomonobu Saito and Yuki Watanabe. The Japanese fugitives and the alleged mastermind, wanted by the Japanese police, were sent back to Japan at 12:05 a.m. of February 9. Weather update, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA reported that the northeast monsoon continues to affect Luzon. With this, Cordillera Administrative Region, Cagayan Valley, Bicol Region, Aurora and Quezon will experience cloudy skies with rains. Meanwhile, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with rains is expected over Metro Manila, Western Visayas and the rest of Luzon. And partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms will be felt in the rest of the country. Coming up next, a news force. Senator slam inefficient investigation on slain OFW's agency. House panel okays bill granting hazard pay for court judges. President Marcos Jr. supports bill imposing higher taxes on luxury products. Stay tuned for more stories and reports when News Force returns.